welcome to a new episode of In the Hot Seat. Today with us we have Fiona Cleland, our Vice President of Strategy and M&A for ATS. Fiona, welcome.
Thanks, Andrew. It's good to be here.
So Fiona, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I grew up in Scotland. No surprises there, although many people do think the accent these days is Irish. But no, definitely Scotland. Mother was a teacher, so always a lot of focus in education. I moved into engineering with languages, managed to spend time in various different countries, and it's really been an incredible opportunity for me to practice, let's call it engineering-related skills across 4 or 5 different countries in Europe, as well as moving over to the States and having worked here in a good number of places as well.
So Fiona, you've now been with us for a year. Tell us a little bit about the year. How has it gone? What is it like to be a part of ATS?
Well, so it's been fantastic fun for the last year. I actually came to ATS because of the culture, and I have to say that everything so far has really reflected what I felt during the interview process. The people, the enthusiasm, the drive, our desire to do the right thing and to have fun doing it and really drive success is here in spades. So that's been super exciting.
Well, great, and we are so lucky to have you. You certainly have aligned with our purpose, the culture we bring, and the values that we have. So it's great that that was a draw. You know, Fiona, many people have impact in your life. Tell us a little bit about the leaders that have had an impact in your life and your style.
Interesting question. So I suppose there's a couple of leaders that I would pull out and think about in a special way. One would be the head of business development and M&A for the Danaher company that I used to work for. His name is Kevin Keogh. He was prepared to take a bet on me to move me into M&A when that wasn't my background at the time, but liked the way that my brain worked and liked the way that I could combine strategy and then accelerate that through M&A. And I think what I learned was with Kevin, you don't need to have a fixed style to be successful. You can be your own person, and you can bring something special to a role by being that person that people want, by thinking differently, by bringing some diversity. So that'd be number one. A little bit further back in my career was actually a manager I had in Denmark. And he said, Fiona, I've brought you as far as I am capable of bringing you. Now it's time for you to move somewhere else or move into another group and be stretched there and grow more there. But I've done my job with you. And somebody who actually looked at developing people to that extent, and then also knowing when you had done your job and how to support somebody's career by giving them that next role, that was really, really enlightening. And I think the wonderful thing about it now is really in some ways, how do you determine the success of your career? It's about what you've done for the people who worked for you and where they are now versus necessarily just what you've done yourself.
Great, well thank you. Sounds like 2 very impactful people. Fiona, everyone has a superpower. What's yours?
Oh, well, mine is running. And I would happily challenge you to a race. No, I actually think my superpower is probably optimism and positivity. There is always a silver lining to every cloud, and I think you learn in every single situation, even the ones that feel hard at the time.
When you look at the strategy we have as a corporation, as well as the divisions and how we've come together, what excites you most about the future at ATS?
So I love each and every one of our businesses. We work in such exciting environments. We work in spaces that really matter to people. You know, that can be, if we think of personalized medicine, if it's about getting food and medical devices to people that is safe, that is controlled, that is going to work time and time again, if it's about looking at our sustainability initiatives through IWK and packaging, if it's about the move towards green technology and green energy that we see in IA with our EV work. We work in fantastic and fascinating markets, and each one of our businesses are working independently, and that's the beauty of the decentralized organization. We want each of them to be successful in their own right. With the strategic tools with ABM, each one of our businesses are market leading in their own spaces. We've got so much runway that we can be growing on each of those businesses organically and inorganically and we can make a difference with what we do.
That's great. Fiona, what is one thing people are surprised to find out about you?
Probably that I actually speak a good number of languages. I speak 3 or 4 different languages. I actually speak Danish at home. Nonetheless, I have a Scottish accent in every single one of them. You can't get away from that.
Okay. Any questions for you, Fiona?
Any questions for you?
Yes.
Yes. I think probably, Andrew, I think we've got so much opportunity within ATS to grow organically, inorganically. But what do you see as our biggest opportunities for the company moving forward?
We've certainly started our path to building a great company. And you just think about the incredible shift we've done and the focus of markets, how we're delivering value for our customers every day. The number one thing I go back to, though, is really around our people. And I will often state it starts with people, then process, then performance. And it's having the best team and winning as a team. So when I think about the opportunity or what's going to limit us, it's really how do we attract, retain, and develop our leaders, our employees to really take on the challenges of today and tomorrow. There are usually 2 ways a company goes, either up or down. And down is usually a lot easier because your decisions are made for you. And so when I think about the challenges we're going to face being a growth-oriented company, we need to have leaders that are ready to take that challenge on. And so I'm excited about our future. I think we have an amazing team today. And it's really about how do we continue to keep our culture, keep what got us here, but then continue to magnify that.
Fantastic. And I think what you'll find in the ELT are a group of people who really want to help the company move in that direction and really expand the leadership skills of our organization across the board.
Thank you, Fiona, for joining us and giving us insight into the business, your journey to date.
Thanks, Andrew. It's been a pleasure this far, and I'm fully intending that it's going to be a pleasure for many years to come.
Great. Stay safe, and goodbye for now.